Healthcare digital marketing. What's happening, guys? Tuesday Night Fever is back. I've been missing you guys so much. I had to come back in, get Tuesday Night Fever rolling again because it's been like 2 months since we've done this, you guys. Will and I have been in like deep work mode. We went really deep with people who were in our course. We started an inner circle. We've been going in deep on Tuesday nights with them. And I had to come back in here and give you guys some gold because it's just been way too long. Tyler, Kitty, Jan, thank you guys for coming on. What's up, y'all? Hey, if you're on here live, just say Team Live. If you're on the replay, say, hey, made it on the replay. I love to see y'all on here. We're going to talk about something that I feel like is really important when you're just getting started in business or if you feel like you've hit a plateau. And the reason I wanted to talk about this, last week on one of our inner circle calls, one of the members came in and said, guys, I've been feeling like I'm totally behind. I feel totally overwhelmed with everything that's going on. And I don't even, like, I'm just so far behind. If you have felt like that recently, just say me. If you felt behind, just be like, yep, that's me. I'm behind. Because I've been feeling that lately. I felt like, gosh, where everything that I want to have and everything that I want to have in place right now, like I'm not quite there yet. I know everything that I'm supposed to be doing. I feel behind. Has anyone else been feeling that? Because I have, and I know that this person in our inner circle was. And I'm going to get to the advice that we gave him as a group that I think will really turn things around for him and for your business too. Before we get to that, I'm going to talk about 3 key things that Will and I were discussing today when we were talking about starting off in business, whether that's as a physical therapist, whether that's as just any business owner, whether maybe you're starting an online business. There are 3 really key components of your business that really, I think, make up your entire business. And it's a blind spot for a lot of us. I know early on it had been for me. And now that I understand it, it makes it a lot more clear what I have to be doing with my time. And it helps with this whole idea of feeling like I'm behind. Because guys, we're always going to be behind, right? Someone else is always going to be ahead of us. There's always going to be some thing, some principle that we haven't implemented yet. We're always going to feel that. So first of all, I just want to take a deep breath and help you stop and look at where you've come from, okay? I messaged someone today who said he was feeling kind of in the dumps and was taking some time to think about it. It just made me think, I went on a hike last week with my daughters. And so I've got 2 daughters, right? They're 4 and 2 years old. And then obviously my wife. And we decided to go for a hike. Okay, we were going to camp and we decided that was too adventurous. So we camped in the backyard, but went for a hike in the mountains right by our house, made it feel like camping. And as we were walking up this hill, my daughters started getting really tired. And my 2-year-old was like, Daddy, carry me. So I threw the 2-year-old up on my shoulders. And the 4-year-old, we were like, no, you got this, Abby. You got this. Keep going. And at one point she said, oh, it's too far. We're never going to make it. And that was when we said, okay, let's take a break. It's totally fine to take a break. And when we did that, we turned around and we looked at where we had come from. And we saw our car and it looked far away. And it was then when we stopped and took a breath, stopped focusing on how much further we had to get and appreciated how far we had already come, that we realized we've made a ton of progress already. We may not be at the ultimate goal, right? We're not at the top of the mountain yet, but we stopped and took a breath and looked back at where we had come from, and it made us feel so validated in what we had already done. So first piece of advice is, guys, don't feel like it's so overwhelming that you're not at the top of the mountain yet. It's okay. None of us are. Okay. There's no top anyway. After that summit, another one's coming. Believe me, there's always another summit. Stop and take some time to look back at where you've come and appreciate the progress that you've made so far. Appreciate the climb that you've already done. Okay. That's not even part of the 3 principles that we're talking about tonight. I just thought that we all needed a little of that. All right. Andrew, thank you for the love, man. Farley, Tyler, Lyle, thank you all for being on here. I appreciate you. So the 3 core principles, this is what makes up a business today. And I think as physical therapists, we get so stuck on one of them and totally neglect the other 2. One of them, we're starting to talk about in this group. The other one, I don't think it's coming up nearly often enough. And Will and I are constantly talking about how do we make this more of a point within physical therapy and within healthcare. Okay. First pillar of business is your service. Okay. I think as physical therapists, we are already experts at service and the actual product that we're selling, right? We sell helping people feel better, getting them past their, getting them past the surgery, getting them past a sore hip, a sore knee, a sore back, right? But much more than that, hopefully we're helping them get back to their lives, right? First pillar is you have to understand your service. Now, I think as physical therapists, we get so caught up on becoming better at the service and that solves every other problem. Who else has seen that before? Has anyone else seen that other people, other practitioners are only pushing to get better at their service, at their craft? Now, don't get me wrong. There's not a problem with getting better at your craft. In fact, I think that you have to up to a certain point, right? You have to get better at what you do, but that's not enough. It's not enough. I mean, what does 5 more letters after your name ultimately do for you in a business sense, right? And I don't know. I think that to a certain extent, it definitely matters. You have to get to the point of proficiency where you can actually help your patients. I get that, okay? But what comes next is what makes you more than a service provider and what makes you a successful business owner. I feel like one of the most valuable things is when people drop resources for me that I can go learn from. So I'm going to drop a lot of these tonight, okay? The first one is the E-Myth Revisited. If you haven't read it yet, please go pick up that book. It talks about this at length and is one of the things that's been on my mind lately. The E-Myth Revisited. Has anyone else read that before, by the way, recently? It's a dang good book, okay? That one talks about how as service providers, we often think, oh, I could do this so much better than how it's happening at my current job. So I'm going to go be my own boss and provide this service. That's great. I love that you're thinking that way. I know a lot of us in here have thought that way, but it's not enough, okay? The second thing that you have to have in place is you have to be able to create compelling offers, which is different than the service you provide, okay? The offer, the thing that you sell, is not physical therapy. And we know that, okay? A lot of people have brought that to light. Paul Goff has done an amazing job helping us understand that just selling physical therapy doesn't work, right? Just selling e-stim, just selling a hot pack, just selling exercises. People don't want to buy that, right? What they do want to buy is an offer that really, it's a more complete thing, right? We're not going to dive into this in depth tonight. That's not what this is about. Will and I are going to start spending a lot more time talking about how do we make offers within healthcare and within physical therapy that people want to buy, okay? Think about an offer, and I want to drop a resource to go start opening your mind up to this. If you listen to, it's called I think it's Marketing Secrets podcast. This is terrible. Oh man, I should know this off the top of my head. It's one of the 2 podcasts I'm actually subscribed to and I listen to. I think it's called Marketing Secrets by Russell Brunson. He runs ClickFunnels. Yeah, Marketing Secrets podcast. There's an episode called The Hook, the Story, and the Offer, okay? The Hook, the Story, and the Offer. Go listen to that podcast episode. And if you want another guy who's really good, his name is Steve Larson. I met him at an event a couple of weeks ago, and he talked about purple offers, where we take the principle of a red ocean. And you all have heard about red oceans. Red oceans are places where the market is saturated, right? We know there's a lot of desire for what's in that red ocean because a lot of other people are selling within that. And the idea of a red ocean is that the waters are bloodied already. There's people, right? There's a ton of people selling stuff in the red ocean. That's like, I don't know, people selling, oh my gosh, there's so much. People selling back pain solutions, right? That's a red ocean, you guys. Everyone is selling back pain solutions. Chiropractors have it nabbed down. If the chiropractor doesn't, the back pain physician does. If not, another PT does, right? Back pain is a red ocean. A blue ocean is an idea, or it's an offer that's not really being hit yet, right? So maybe for some people, that's blood flow restriction therapy. Maybe that's a blue ocean. It's not something that's getting hit a lot, okay? What we want to do is meld those two into what we call a purple offer. I'm not going to get into this a lot. I just want to start opening your mind to this, that you need to take the principles that we know people are interested in: health, wealth, and relationships, okay? Those are 3 of the main core things: health, wealth, and relationships. You're selling something within those, okay? More than likely. If you're not, you're probably not selling something that's super easy to sell. But you need to blend that with something that is a new idea, a new vehicle for change. Okay. If you haven't read Expert Secrets, you need to read that book. Go get it. Again, this is going to be like tons of resources. Okay. So that's the second thing, is an offer. Service and offer. Oh, by the way, a really, really good book about how to improve your service as a service provider. It's called Never Lose a Customer Again. This is a book that Christine Walker told me about. I've been reading it. It's excellent. It makes for a really good audiobook. Never Lose a Customer Again. Jerry Durham, I'm sure you've seen this. It's very much about the patient experience, the customer experience all the way through, and how we spend so much time and energy on marketing to people, but not retaining people. Ooh, there's so much to dive into there. Okay. First thing, service. Second thing, offers. The third thing, guys, is traffic. Okay. You can be the best service provider in the world, have the best offer in the world, but if you don't get people to see your offer, traffic, you are never going to sell it. Okay. You have to make traffic a paramount part of your business. Traffic means getting seen by people. Okay. That's what Will and I specialize in. As we've grown from, hey, let's talk about digital marketing, we found that our niche is traffic. We help people get seen, right? That's why you're in here. That's why you're focused on digital marketing in healthcare. But here's the key. You need to solidify your service first. Okay. You need to make sure that you can fulfill on what you're selling people. Then you need to create a compelling offer. Then you need to drive people to that. Okay. Will and I are going to start going into depth into this big time. Next week, we're going to have something. Will and I have been working for months to put something really cool together that's going to talk about this more. We'll tell you a little bit more about it on Thursday, but those are the three pillars, okay? Service, offers, traffic. Traffic is about getting eyeballs in front of people. One quick thing about traffic before I get to what we taught in our inner circle last week. The key with traffic is you need to be on the right place for the people who are right for your business, okay? We talk a lot about Facebook ads in here. That is not the only traffic source, okay? Traffic is great through Facebook for building a brand, right? For getting people to learn about you. Traffic on Facebook is great for building trust and authority, okay? There are other modes of traffic. There's Facebook ads, okay? We love Facebook ads. There's Facebook organic or free traffic, but there's also Google, there's SEO, there's AdWords, there's LinkedIn, there's YouTube, there's Instagram, a little bit of Twitter, maybe. There's a blog, right? There's so many different forms of traffic. We're going to talk next week. We'll be giving you some really good resources for improving your traffic, improving your visibility. But I want you to start thinking about that, okay? Those three things. Your service, your offers, and traffic. Now, when you listen to that and you think, oh my gosh, that's so overwhelming, right? That's a lot of stuff. By the way, I haven't even caught up on comments. Daxie, thank you, my man. Thanks for saying hi. Craig, what's up, dude? Yeah, Andrew, I met Stephen Larson too. Thank you, man. Andrew, dropping the nuggets as always. All right. If this has been valuable, just let me know. Because here's the thing, as we're thinking about what to teach in healthcare digital marketing, we want to know, like, do you guys like this higher level stuff? Do you like the granular, like, here's how to set up X, Y, and Z? Do you like a mix of the two? Sometimes do you feel like you just need a little bit of entrepreneur therapy? I feel like I need that way more than I used to think. So some of this is just going to be therapy for us, you guys. Therapy, because we're therapists. The last thing that I want to talk to you about is if you feel overwhelmed by all of this, remember that you need to start with the fundamentals, okay? I want to talk to you about traffic fundamentals right now real quick. The fundamentals of traffic are you need to know who you're advertising to, you need to have a home base to send them to, and you need to have something to draw them in, a lead magnet, okay, which is tied to your offer. If you don't have those things clarified yet, it doesn't make sense for you to start running Facebook ads. If you don't have that clarified, then you shouldn't be spending a ton of time on your website, right? Start at the beginning. It's the very best place to start. Start at the beginning and don't worry about all that stuff that's coming down the road, okay? Worry about getting yourself set up right before you're driving tons of people to an offer, before you're spending lots of time on blog posts, before you're doing a ton on Facebook. Get really clear with who you're serving, with how you're serving them, with how you're different from everyone else, right? What is your offer that's setting you apart from everyone else, and then start driving traffic. Build your home base, right? It's the blueprint that we've started talking about. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, I want you to remember that. You need to start closing out the distractions and focusing on what matters right now. Focus on that next step. And I want to challenge each of you, because over the next, I don't know, we've got what, 3.5 months left in this year. That's not a lot of time. And if you're stressing out about where your business is at, I want you to pull back for a minute. Look at all the progress that you've made. First of all, look at everything that you've done this year. Appreciate it. But then look at, what should my true next step be? Do I know who my audience is? Do I know what they need from me? Have I started to build a home base for them to go to? Websites, landing pages, okay? And do I have something that they want that they'll give me an email address for, a lead magnet? From there, then we'll start talking about all the other stuff, all the shiny strategies, everything that you love. But focus in, okay? Focus. If you haven't read it, read the book, The One Thing. It's an amazing book. It will help you focus over the next 3 months. And if you have read that, then go read The Power of Habit. Okay, I just dropped like 12 books, y'all. This is like, you don't need an MBA, okay? Everything that I just mentioned will get you more than you need for the MBA, all right? I hope this has been valuable, you guys. I haven't called for a lot of comments tonight because I just wanted to teach you this. I got to get on our inner circle call. I'm 8 minutes late. Let me know, was this valuable tonight? Do you want more of this? If you do, just comment more below. We'll be doing more of these, and we're going to start doing some more hot seats where we bring you guys on live and dissect your businesses, because I think it's so beneficial to see when so-and-so is working on their business, what do I need to focus on from what I see there? So if this was valuable, just say, Alex, more of this, please. And we'll see you next week. Will is doing an email, because Will's been killing it on emails lately. Will's going to be doing an email live stream tonight. Do not miss that, you guys. Until next week, thank you so much, Healthcare Digital Marketing.